It's a little tiny airship. Septian Church, Girls Ritter operated Special Ops Airship, Merkaba Number 5. They get their own airships? Congratulations on completing your operation, sir. My thoughts exactly. That seemed to be a rather easy one for you in the end, too. Compared to what they're usually like, it was. If I'd had a bit more time, I could have enjoyed some private time with a real gem of a woman, too. But I'll have to settle for crying myself to sleep tonight. Not this again. Unless you want another earful from the commander, you might want to start taking your work more seriously. I know. Lighten up a little, yeah? I swear, I'll never get how you hard-headed types ended up assigned to a slacker like me. Oh, he has his own squires. I guess he is technically a knight, right? So... This may come as a shock, but you are a Dominion, you know? We can't very well have you acting alone without any form of backup. As long as you're here and the ship is under your command, then slacker or not, we're here too. Even then, you've got a lot less squires in your service than you should have. Maybe you should take this chance to gather up a few more. I think I'm gonna have to pass. That'll just make it even harder for me to work on my own. Kevin's a loner. I thought you'd say that. We'd prefer if you would actually trust us to help you a little more, sir. I mean, all we could do in that salt pail operation was transport the thing. You say that as if transporting it isn't a huge responsibility in itself. After all, the last thing we wanted was him catching wind of it and becoming wary of us. Is something wrong? Oh, not a thing. Anyway, as per the original plan, we need to get ourselves back to Arteria ASAP. We should be able to reach there by noon tomorrow, or today now, I guess. Got it. Where's it from? Arteria, apparently. It's a call from Commander Selnet. Oh, you are kidding me. Getting a call from her right after a mission is always a bad sign. Let's get this over with. Put her through. Alright. Evening, Kevin. It sounds like you did well. Fill me in on the details. It basically went without issue. The artifact was the Fool's Locket. There were signs of society involvement, but it looks like they've cut any ties with him a long time ago. I see, as I thought then. Good work all around. I'd say you deserve a well-earned rest, but unfortunately, I can't grant you one right now. And here we go. Is something the matter? Oh, I'm just dandy. Please continue. Well then, as much as I hate to spring this on you immediately after finishing one mission, I've got something I'd like you to do for me. Regarding a heretic, I assume. Not this time. All I want you to do is pick something up. The object in question is currently being held underneath Grancel Cathedral. Grancel? Do you think this object may be somehow related to the Ariel? It's a distinct possibility. Can I count on you to handle this? Alright. That said, we've already got one artifact on this ship that needs transporting back, so I'll let the crew here take that to Arteria. I'll handle going to Liberl on my own. That's fine with me. Oh, incidentally, you won't actually be alone. I've dispatched a rookie squire to aid you. They'll be serving you from now on, so do play nice, won't you? Wait a minute, wait just 1 minute! You can't just bring a rookie on me out of nowhere like this. Meetings ordained by the goddess always come suddenly and unannounced. Don't worry though, they won't be a burden. The abilities they demonstrated during training were truly something special. Well, I will be praying for your success. Aww. Well, congratulations on the new recruit. We were only just saying you could do with more squires serving you. And I was so not down. I can't believe this. Ugh, she never changes, I swear. Oh, if all the people reading that book had any idea what a hellion she is in real life. Oh, Carnelia? Welp, guess we've got some reading to catch up on. I've always wondered whether publishing it was really such a good idea, to be honest. It's a complete advertisement saying we exist to the world. If anything, I'd say a book that wild just serves to make people less likely to believe we really exist. And then the heroine died in it, which obviously is a big, fat lie. If they'd actually met her, they'd know she's the kind of woman who could probably take a bullet to the head and ask for a cigarette first thing. I think we should probably refrain from commenting here. Anyway, you guys heard her. I'm gonna leave taking care of everything else relating to our mission to you guys. Just follow the money trail. There might still be hidden accounts we don't know about. Understood, sir. What will you be doing from here? We'll need to return to Arteria, obviously, but we can drop you off somewhere. You can put me down in any old state we pass on the way there. Preferably near a town that has international flights going out of it, I guess. Got it. Oh, it looks like the sun started coming up. Prologue, The Gralsritter. Same day, afternoon. In the skies of Midwestern Zemuria, roughly 500 south from Blaboro. It's Dorothy! International airliner, Gretna. Is she just taking pictures of the birds? I think you have enough pictures of the birds, Dorothy. Aw, they're gone out of sight now. I wonder if they're busy migrating. Looks like they can't keep up with the ship though. Guess not every bird can be as fast as Seek. But they were just the cutest. Well, look who it is. I know you. It really is you. Long time no see, Dorothy. I sure wasn't expecting to run into you here. Funny coincidence, huh? It really is. It's good to see you again, too. She forgot his name. Father... Aw. You don't remember my name, do you? Don't be silly. Of course I do. It's... Oh, I remember. It's Onion Graham. But of course, how lucky I am to have been named after such a multi-purpose plant. That's not even a name, Dorothy. Look. If Kevin didn't want to be mistaken for a vegetable, that outfit is not doing him any favors. You really did forget, didn't you? And yet you somehow managed to remember my last name like it was nothing. I was just being silly. A couple of days ago, I had this amazing onion hot pot over in the Eastern Quarter in Calvert, so I've still got onions on the brain. I couldn't believe a hot pot with just onions in it could taste that good, but I swear it did. It was so comforting and sweet. So that's how I ended up saying onion instead of your name. Well, whatever. So if you insist you haven't forgotten, what is my name then? I do insist. I'd never forget. It's lovely to see you again, Jasmine Graham. But of course, how lucky I am to have been named after such a fragrant plant. That might be an actual name this time, but it's a woman's name. Insensitive jerk? Question mark? Oh, I see. So you're here to carry out a follow-up investigation on all that trouble that happened earlier in the year. That's about the gist, yeah. Come to think of it, how'd you end up on an international liner like this? You said you were in the Eastern Quarter, right? Were you there to write about it for the Liberal News? Yep. Now actually let me go on my own this time too. Wow, that was daring of him. I'm not sure I'd want to let you handle traveling abroad for a report alone. Then again, it's only by taking on positions of responsibility that people can properly grow. Oh, I'm doing plenty of that. I mean, I wasn't sure what I'd do when I ended up in Calvert instead of Bose Market, but I managed just fine. Wait a second. Niall told you to go to Bose, not Calvert. He sure did. But then I got on the airship, fell asleep, and before I knew it, I was chilling out in Calvert's capital. Weird, huh? It sounds like you got on the wrong airship to me. Let my brain catch up. So you were in the Republic for literally days, when you weren't even supposed to be there at all. Hey, free vacation. Did you even have enough money to manage, or, Adios help us, a passport? Well, fortunately, there was someone from the Liberalian embassy at the airport who could issue me a temporary passport, so that was okay. And then tons of people were really nice to me and helped while I was there, so I had all the dough a girl could ask for. I don't even know where to start. Niall must be worried sick about you, huh? You think? He didn't sound so hot when I called yesterday to say I'd be coming back to the office today. I keep telling him that all that smoking is bad for him, but he never listens. I don't think you can pin the crime on tobacco this time, Missy. Thank you all for taking this journey aboard the Gretna today. We will be arriving at our terminal, Grancel City, in roughly 30 minutes. We ask that you take this chance to check that you have all your belongings with you, and to return to your seats before we begin our landing. Until then, please enjoy the remainder of your flight. Phew, sounds like we're almost there. I'm gonna have a walk around the ship to kill some of the last half hour. How about you? I'm not sure. I suppose I might as well go and snap some more photos. It's not often I get to take an international liner like this. Sounds like a plan. See you later then. Later. Bye, Dorothy. Did you hear the announcement, sir? If not, we will soon be arriving in Grancel City. So it might be wise to check you have all your belongings on your person while you still have time to look for anything that's missing. Do we have anything that's missing? We'll soon be arriving in Grancel City, the terminus of this liner. Please ensure you have all your belongings with you once we disembark. No, I'm not budging on this. We're going to Herb Royal Villa after Grancel Castle, and that is final. I can't believe you're actually considering just going around fishing, of all things. My sister can be unbelievably stubborn sometimes. How am I supposed to enjoy sightseeing when she's being like this? Her stubbornness drives me nuts sometimes. She isn't even interested in listening to my opinion. My brother is always so selfish. He only ever thinks about what he wants to do. He doesn't care what I want to do. Makes me so mad. I mean, you guys don't always have to be together. Just go your separate ways. I'm really not very good with heights. I mean, it's not phobia level or anything. I'm just really not very good with them. Do I want to look out? I kind of do. But I kind of don't, too. Phew, that was one amazing business discussion. I never thought I'd see the day when Myrna wouldn't have the upper hand in one, but it just happened. The world is full of surprises. Still, while she might not have had the upper hand, she did get what she wanted in the end. It's not like she really lost or anything. That bargainer really knew how to put up a good fight for someone so young. Still, I've got an excellent information dealer working for me too. So the next time we do business, it's going to be a 6-4 deal in my favor. No, scratch that. 7-3. Good luck, have fun. I used to be a sailor back in the day, but now I always use airships to get around. They're way faster than boats for one thing, and unlike Orbital buses, you don't end up with a sore butt after a long journey either. Mommy, can I go have a look outside? Can I? Come on, just for a bit, please? No, you can't. Please, sit down like a good girl. We're almost there now anyway, so just be quiet. I swear, sometimes I think this child has ants in her pants or something. Can she not sit down quietly for 5 blissful minutes? We're finally back home in Liberl. Is this Armand and Ellie coming back from their honeymoon? Which means it's time to start thinking of getting a house for ourselves. What kind of house would you like? I think we'd probably be best going for somewhere that feels warm and homey, even if it's not that big. Something like a house on a hill near a forest. What do you think? Oh, not the Mistweld Forest. Trust us, you don't want that. The two of us have spent the past half a year traveling all around the continent. I couldn't have wished for a better honeymoon. I'm so glad I chose him to spend my life with. I can't believe he's already thinking of finding a place for us to live. But that does sound like the perfect place to start a lovely, happy family. I mean, you're gonna have to sleep somewhere. My wife went back to her family's home. I mean, I'm aware, as anyone, that I've been so busy with work lately that I haven't been able to spend any time with her, but if I'd known it was going to come to this, I would have sat down and talked to her about it a long time ago. Whee! Being out here feels amazing! I wish I could be as carefree as he is. Don't we all? Don't we all? Yes, I'm finally almost in Liberl. Why did I come, you ask? Because it's the last spot that ancient dragon was sighted. There is no information on where it went after it showed up here, so if I want to try and pursue it, this is the best place for me to come. As soon as we land, I need to go and talk to Lyndon to see if he knows anything. It's been 3 long days of traveling, but I'm finally almost there. I can hardly wait to land. You've been on this airship the entire time? Jeez. I'm off to see my grandchild in Grinsell. We haven't seen one another in 3 years now. I've been really worried, what with all the trouble that's been happening in Liberl. I think a lot of people thought there wouldn't be much in the way of trouble after the non-aggression pact was signed, but so much for that. Apparently my grandchild wasn't hurt during the thing, but I'm still worried. The cleaning staff for these airships really do a splendid job, don't they? They're a fine role model for the rest of the service industry. I'm going to have to make sure I don't undo their hard work. Don't go getting yourself too worked up now, man. You'll just end up screwing up even more, like usual. Anyway, first thing is stopping by the central factory in Zeiss. There's no better place to learn about cutting-edge orbital tech than there. I'm gonna really have to make the most of it. Really! I might have failed that interview to join the Verne Company. But this is my chance to learn all about cutting-edge orbital tech, and I'm gonna master the heck out of it. I will, really. I get that you want to be an orbital engineer and all, but I think you could do with taking things a bit easier. Getting yourself stressed out and worked up will only help screw yourself up. Makes sense. Ugh, I don't even want to be here right now. Why do I even have to go out of my way to see him anyway? It's not fair. Ugh, my dad's so annoying. I'm 16, you know. I'm old enough to do whatever the heck I want without him butting into my business. Sure. I mean, Estelle and Joshua were 16 when they set off on their continental journey. Alright, the orbital pressure looks perfectly normal. Oh, sorry, I'm going to have to ask you not to come down here, sir. It's for your own safety. You might end up tripping or something. What? Estelle comes down here all the time. This is preferential treatment. That or the Liberolian ships are just a lot more lax about their policies. Who knows? Why do you want to know what I wanted to be as a child to begin with? That's not really something you normally tell complete strangers with cameras in their hands, you know. I'm on to you, mister. You can't distract me. This is a serious news report here, so please answer my questions. She sure is making good use of those reporters' privileges. By the way, my dream was to become a phantom thief. Isn't that cool? No prizes for guessing what kinds of books she must have read as a kid. Who knew you'd be so persistent? How can I get out of this? I can't tell her a tough guy like me used to want to be a pastry chef. Ooh, nothing wrong with that. We're approaching the Bagan Range. Be careful of potential air turbulence in this area. I know. I've been doing this route for 3 years now. I know what I'm doing, man. The Bagan Range is part of the border between Liberl and Calvert. As soon as we're over that, it'll be barely any time before we're in Grancel. Sure. Heading west-northwest. Yahoo! Okie doke. This is a passenger announcement. We'll soon be arriving in Grancel City, the terminus of this liner. We suggest that all passengers return to their seats as soon as possible, as the airship may be unsteady during landing. Kevin's got it. He's like top 5 of the Gralsritter. He's got excellent balance, surely. It's so lovely to be back here again. The Republic was a wonderful place too, but you can't beat the air here in Liberl. You wouldn't believe all that stuff happened half a year ago looking at Grancel now either. It's all completely back to normal. The people here sure are strong for what's usually such a peaceful country. Well, it's a country ruled by a queen. Everyone knows women are tough in the face of adversity. I'm not sure whether you're a perfect example of that or the opposite. You're right about the air here though, it is nice. Nostalgic, almost. Makes me feel a little homesick. Your home's in Arteria, right? The place with all the really big churches and stuff. Nah, I'm not actually from Arteria. Not many people are. It's actually pretty darn small, like smaller than most states around the continent. It's where the high seat of the Septian Church is, so lots of pilgrims and clergymen gather there, but few are actually born there. Oh, really? Huh. So where are you from then? Dorothy! Niall? It is Niall. Oh, Niall! I'm home. Did you miss me? Did I miss you? Of course I missed you. What in Adios' name have you been doing? I sent you to Bose. How did you end up in Calvert? You were definitely on the westbound liner. I'm sure of it. I really don't know. Oh, wait, I might actually know. Go on then, spit it out. I bet I'm a sleepwalker. After I got on the right airship, I fell asleep and then sleepwalked onto the wrong one. To think that all of us could turn out to be part of some elaborate murder plot. Wowie, all of a sudden I feel like I've walked right into a mystery novel. Oh. Sleepwalkers don't change airships, you idiot! I'm all out of breath now. Are you alright? I really do think you should cut down on your smoking. You're not as young as you used to be, you know? Oh, right, your 30th birthday was last Friday too, wasn't it? Happy birthday! I bought a cake over in Calvert and had a big celebration for it too. How is it that you can remember useless crap like that, and not the things that actually matter? I bet you were just looking for an excuse to eat cake all by yourself, weren't you? You should have seen it, Niall. It was made with Eastern matcha, so it was unlike any cake I'd ever seen. That perfect blend of sweetness and bitterness was just sublime. I took lots and lots of cute pictures of it, so I'll show you them all later. That is just mean, showing somebody pictures of cake they can't have. You brought me pictures of a cake? At least bring back a souvenir. Man. They always felt like they could go into business as a comedy duo and actually make money off it. but they're even more of a crack up now. Wait a second. Nice to see you again, Niall. You're looking same old, though maybe you're not so happy about that. What are you doing here? Please tell me she didn't end up going to Arteria and causing trouble there too. Dorothy would. She totally would. Your wish is my command. We just ran into one another on their airship. By total coincidence, that's all. Oh, good. You had me worried for a minute. I was scared stiff she'd gone and smashed some super expensive stained glass windows in the cathedral there, or who knows what. I'm so sorry for what you have to put up with. Pshaw, you're too much of a worrywart. Whose fault do you think that is? Still, it's good to see you again, Father. What brings you to Liberal? Something else happened here. Oh, just a bit of work-related business I gotta take care of. It's not part of a major investigation, so don't go getting your hopes up. Nothing of interest's gonna happen. And even if it did, Kevin wouldn't tell you about it. Ah, I'll be the judge of that. Anyway, so where are you staying for the time being? Grancel Cathedral. I'll have to drop by and say hi sometime when I get the chance. Go for it. In the meantime, I'm dragging your butt right back to the office, Dorothy. You're going to tell us all about what the heck you've been doing these past 2 weeks. You betcha. I snapped photos of every meal I had while I was over in Calvert, so I'm sure if we develop them, I'll be able to remember everything. I'm not talking about your gourmet report. Poor Niall. He puts up with so much, you know? Phew, seeing those two together really makes it sink in that I'm back here. Thinking about it, I wonder how all the others here are doing. I know Estelle and Joshua are abroad at the moment, but I've got no idea what the others are up to. Is that you, Father Graham? Sid? Lieutenant Colonel Sid. Wow, we're just meeting everybody today, aren't we? It's good to see you again. I'm pleased to see you've been keeping well since we last met at that banquet. The same to you, sir. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting you to be the army representative who came to meet me, though. I figured it'd be Julia. It may have been, but she's currently out on another mission, so unfortunately you'll have to make do with me. We're okay with that. We like Sid. I didn't have anything better to do, so I came in her place. There's no need to be so modest. A little bird told me that you're going to be promoted to full-on colonel soon, aren't you? I shouldn't be surprised that your people have such good information network, but I still am. That's pretty fast. Didn't he just get a promotion like a year ago? Still, I'm afraid I still feel the position is too much responsibility for me as I am. Brigadier General Bright still has plenty of work left in him too. I wouldn't want to take any of it from him. That's funny. Poor Cassius is still getting work to the bone, huh? Anyway, getting down to business. It's in Grancel Cathedral, right? That's correct. It's being kept underneath it, to be more specific, although I imagine you're already aware of that much. I hear laymen like myself can't even enter it without the knight's permission. Pretty much, it's a special place, you see. I'll fill you in on details when we get there. Alright then. Well, we may as well head there right away. There's someone I want you to meet in the cathedral. Huh? Who? Let's just say, someone who's been assisting with this case. They'll be apprising you of the details on what you're dealing with here.